So how's it going, guys? You're the Flagger here. So we're gonna talk about MOBAs. So what are MOBAs? MOBAs, or multiplayer online battle arenas, is a platform where you and other people play, and use some kind of, it may be champions or heroes or whatever, whichever is called on the MOBA. For example, one of the most famous MOBAs today are Dota, League of Legends, Heroes of New Earth, and other. Those are the three main MOBAs today. I don't know on, but yeah. So we're gonna talk about how to get good, or how to get started, or how to get good at MOBAs. So I'm just gonna say this now, but I'm not exactly that. I'm not a pro at MOBAs, but I know how to play them. I'm currently playing LOL, and I know how to play some Dota as well, because that's my game. So yeah, we're gonna talk about MOBAs. So yeah, so first you have to know is you have to pick your champion or hero or whatever, and know what role you like. So for example, you want to be the one who does damage or the one who carries. You have to pick somebody like, in Dota you have to pick somebody like maybe Trasex, or the Templar Assassin. Oh my. So yeah, for example, let's pick Trasex. So Trasex is a range carry in Dota. You specialize in doing the damage. So if you want damage, then you have to either pick this. So you have to know your role. Your role doesn't specifically have to be what you're good at. For example, you're good at supporting teammates, or you're good at doing stuff like this, you have mass hands. It doesn't always have to be like that, but that's the most recommended. But you can, you have to pick what kind of hero that you want or you like. For example, you like, yeah, Trasex, like doing the damage and stuff like that. So you have to pick maybe Trasex or maybe Cardell or whatever reason, because if you don't like the champion you picked, then you will not get so much good at him, and you will not be able to get much practice. So you have to pick your role properly, but it depends, because some teams require a lot of adjusting to do, and it's up to you if you want to adjust it, or if you want to go with a hero of your choice. So this Trasex is a ranged carry in Dota. So yeah, the champion or the hero that I know and like about, or what I really like to play, are the durable frontliners, or what you call the tanks. So example of a tank is Axe the Mogul. And so tanks, if you want to get into the enemy's face or take a lot of hits or damage, then you have to play as the durable or the tank. You have, because, or if you really die so often, or you get into a habit of going to the front line, then you can go play as a tank or the durable. So this is the role that I know how to play, and you have to do that. And so the second so the second thing you have to know is you have to know the champions or heroes abilities and what are their skill orders. So there are mostly 4 skills and or abilities on MOBAs. For example, in Dota you have your basic skills and your ultimate. So you have to know which one is much suitable for you or on the situation. For example, on Axe, if you're against, or if you really want to harass your lane opponent, you won't get Berserker's Call, but you have to get counter helix and things like that. But it's not always the case. Maybe there are some that they get greedy and you can like pull them into your tower and stuff like that. So you have to get your Berserker's Call. And yeah, that's not the case on all heroes, but that is all of them have abilities, and all of you have to compensate on what ability you really have to use. So the third one that you have to know is what are the items you have to buy for your specific champion or heroes. There are a lot of items in, for example, Dota. All of these contain items, so you have to buy what fits your champion well. And yeah, so for example, Axe the Mogul Khan, you typically want to build health, armor, and resistances, because you are gonna be the tank. You're gonna be in front of the enemy's face. You have to have a lot of health, a lot of armor, so you can survive a lot of hits. Because if you don't, then you'll end up dying trying to tank, or you will fall so fast that you were not even considered a tank. So for example, build for Axe the Mogul Khan for tanks is the Vanguard.
What is your feeble request?
Because it gives health.
I am ready.
Gives health regen, and percent chance to block champion damage or hero damage. So it has to have a special effect on your champion or hero. So for example, that I get increased health, so I can tank more, and I can be more in the front line and stuff like that. Another build for Axe is Kellen's Dagger, because you need to blink in front of you have to initiate, you have to be in front of them, and if they see you trying to initiate, then they'll automatically go away, or they'll go back immediately or focus you, which is good because you're a tank, but you need to initiate and go in. So you have to build Karen's Dagger so that you can go in of fights unseen and surprise your enemies with a good Berserker's Call. And the third one is you have to know how to farm properly. So there are 3 lanes in Dota, in LoL, and mostly MOBAs. There are 3 lanes, the standard. You have to know where you have to go, and there's also a jungle, so you can use that. So you have to know how to farm. And mostly farming involves you to last hit maybe creeps or minions. So last hitting is an essential part of most MOBAs because it's your early farm. So what last hit is when you deal the killing blow to a creep or a minion, which causes you to gain gold and experience. You have to know how to last hit properly or to deny properly so that you can make the best out of gold and maybe deny your opponent some experience and gold as well. So it's not always the case though, so if maybe your minions or creeps are too far, then you can go into the jungle and farm there. There are specific heroes that can farm better in the jungle. There are some that are actually not good at the jungle because of maybe insufficient clear of the jungle or something like that. So you have to know which lane you are, which lane you're comfortable with, and yeah, you have to farm up because if you don't, a hero without items is like a minion. Even though yes, you are a hero, you have a lot of health, you have more health than a typical creep, you still are not considered champion because you don't have the items to survive and the items to actually deal damage. For example, a classics without any items will not deal damage as opposed to maybe a Cardell with almost with luxury items, then will hurt you and your team like you don't know what happened. So that's the fourth. And the fifth is you have to learn some advanced tactics. So specific heroes have a lot of combos and ability things that you could learn and use. For example, Axe, you have to initiate in with Khan's dagger and maybe and do a berserker skull. That's not exactly hard, but you have to judge when it's time to really initiate, when your teammates can follow up, and yeah. And another thing is use the map's resources. For example, in Dota there are like runes. For example, one that I picked up there, that's a regeneration rune, and there are some terrain like this, a downward position, which reduces your vision up above the terrain, so you can perform some amazing jukes here and stuff like that. So every little detail of the map you have to use to your advantage. Like for example, trees, they block vision. You can go here and escape between these trees and hopefully escape through them. And yeah, so the last one you have to remember in getting good on MOBAs is communicate with your teammates. So a lot of times and a lot of players actually lose because they don't communicate with their team well, and because MOBAs are a team-based game, so maybe you have your luxury items, all of them, but you can't go up against 5 champions or heroes at once. Maybe some champions heroes can, but that's only on some occasions. So you have to communicate with your team because you win as a team and you lose as a team. That's the rule on MOBAs. It's not about individual play. No, that's what most people say. It's not about individual plays, it's not about individual, for example, individual skills, but it's based on teams. So for example, you communicated with your team and then you lost, then you can't exactly say that as a loss. For me, that's not a loss because we did our best, we communicated, we pushed on objectives, we took down towers, but somebody in their team is just super skillful, or maybe they have much better team compositions and other stuff like that, and we lost. But that's okay with me because we communicated well and we worked as a team. So even though it's a loss, we still did our best, we played through it. And if you play like that with your team, communicate with them, then you would win most of your games. And yeah, please don't be the hog of the team. Don't be the one who constantly farms all day. Help with your team because it's a team-based game. So you can farm all game, you can farm the millennium. But you lost all your turrets. Yes, you're super fed. I know that, but all your teammates are behind, and the whole team of the enemy are fed. So you can't go up against a whole team by yourself. You have to have teammates to survive, and that's the number one rule of MOBA. Communicate with your team well, do whatever you can to survive, and don't be the hog of your team. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is for the challenge of my YouTuber friend. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.